Imagine a pivotal moment in American history where the very definition of freedom was being reshaped on the battlefield, and former slaves sought not just liberation, but also the chance to define their own destiny. This era saw an extraordinary transformation, a shift in strategy that profoundly impacted the outcome of the American Civil War. Freedmen played an absolutely crucial role in military recruitment for the Union Army, eventually comprising about 10% of its fighting force. Their enlistment transformed the nature of the war from one focused solely on preserving the Union into a fight for emancipation and racial justice, significantly bolstering Union manpower and morale, and weakening the Confederacy. The strategic shift to recruiting African American soldiers, including many freedmen, was driven by several interconnected factors. Early in the war, Union policy largely avoided the issue of slavery, but as the conflict dragged on, Union generals faced increasing manpower shortages. Moreover, enslaved people actively sought freedom by escaping to Union lines, creating a growing population of contraband or who were eager to contribute to their own liberation. This practical need for soldiers, combined with the moral imperative highlighted by abolitionists, led President Abraham Lincoln to issue the Emancipation Proclamation in January 1863, which officially sanctioned the enlistment of black men. Freedmen responded with immense enthusiasm, viewing military service as a direct path to securing their freedom and proving their citizenship. They often formed the core of new regiments, such as the United States Colored Troops, or USCT recruitment efforts focused heavily on areas where enslaved people had been recently freed or where Union armies were making advances. Recruiters, both black and white, traveled to refugee camps and occupied territories, explaining the terms of service and the profound implications for racial equality and national victory. This active engagement was essential, demonstrating to many that their service was not only desired but vital. Initially, African American soldiers faced significant discrimination, including lower pay, inferior equipment, and assignment to labor battalions rather than frontline combat. However, their bravery and effectiveness in battles like Port Hudson, Milliken's Bend, and Fort Wagner quickly demonstrated their combat prowess and helped to overcome initial skepticism. Their unwavering commitment to the Union cause, often fighting with greater ferocity due to the personal stakes involved, earned them respect and eventually led to equal pay for all soldiers regardless of race. Ultimately, the recruitment of freedmen did more than just provide additional soldiers. It fundamentally altered the moral landscape of the war, making the fight against slavery an undeniable central objective. This transformed participation ensured that the post-war Reconstruction era would wrestle with questions of citizenship and equality for African Americans, leaving a lasting impact on the nation's trajectory towards a more inclusive future.